Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to see you all here today, and I want to thank you for clicking on this video because it really means a lot to me. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different, but still very personal and relatable, because I decided that it was finally time for me to refresh my wardrobe. I realize that many of my clothes are already a bit old. Some of them don't fit the way I want them to, and others just don't really represent the person I am right now at 30 years old. So today I am going out to check out some stores, browse through different styles, and hopefully come back with a few outfits that make me feel confident, comfortable, and ready for new adventures. So come along with me on this little journey. I think it will be fun, and I will tell you everything I'm thinking as I move from one store to another and try different clothes on. Because fashion is not just about following trends. For me, it's about expressing my personality and feeling like the best version of myself in whatever I wear. As I start walking down the street towards the shopping area, I can already feel that excitement of possibility. You know that feeling when you might discover something that feels just right. The kind of shirt or pair of jeans that instantly clicks with your vibe. And I'm thinking about how over the years my style has evolved. When I was in my early 20s, I didn't really care that much. I just wore whatever was comfortable and often ended up with a collection of random t-shirts and sneakers. But now that I'm 30, I feel like I want to balance comfort with a sense of maturity. Something casual but also neat. Something that makes me look approachable but also put together. And that's exactly why this shopping trip feels important. It's not just about clothes. It's also about growth and identity. The first store I walk into has a very modern minimalist design. Lots of white walls, soft lighting, and neatly folded stacks of clothes. I always like starting in stores like this because they usually give me inspiration, even if I don't end up buying something. And as I scan through the racks, I notice some button-down shirts in neutral tones, like beige, light gray, and olive green. These colors always appeal to me because they are versatile and easy to mix and match. I pick up one shirt in particular. It's a slim-fit light gray cotton shirt, and I hold it up in front of the mirror just to imagine how it might look. I can already picture wearing it with dark jeans and casual loafers, maybe even adding a simple watch to complete the look. So I decide to take it into the fitting room. Inside the fitting room, I put it on and instantly feel the difference compared to my old shirts at home. The fabric feels smooth, the cut feels just right on my shoulders, and I look at myself and think, yes, this actually works. I can wear this to casual outings, to meet friends, or even to slightly formal settings, like a dinner. And that's exactly the kind of multi-purpose clothing I was hoping to find. So I make a mental note that this shirt is a strong candidate. But I also tell myself not to rush because there are still more stores to visit and more styles to explore. As I step out, I continue walking around, and I notice some jackets hanging on display. Now jackets are always tricky for me because I want them to be stylish but not too heavy. Something I can wear in different weather conditions. And I see this navy blue bomber jacket that immediately catches my eye. It has a clean design with just a small logo on the sleeve. Nothing too loud. And when I try it on, it feels lightweight yet warm enough. I move my arms around just to check comfort, and it actually feels really natural. I smile at my reflection because this is exactly the kind of outerwear I've been missing in my wardrobe. Something that can easily make a simple t-shirt and jeans look complete. After browsing a bit more, I decide it's time to move on to the next store because I don't want to spend all my budget in just one place. So I thank the staff and head outside again. The street is busy with people going in and out of stores. Everyone seems to be on their own shopping journey, and it makes me think about how clothes really connect to our everyday life. They are like a silent language we use to communicate who we are, and that thought makes me even more motivated to choose carefully today. The second store I visit has a more casual urban vibe, with upbeat music playing and colorful displays everywhere. This is the kind of place where I usually find t-shirts, jeans, and sneakers, and I feel a sense of nostalgia because it reminds me of how I used to shop when I was younger. But at the same time, I'm curious to see if I can still find pieces here that suit my current style. I head over to the denim section first because jeans are something I always wear. And after looking through the racks, I find a pair of slim, fit dark wash jeans that seem promising. I grab my size and try them on. And as soon as I do, I realize these jeans might be exactly what I need. They are comfortable, but also fitted enough to look sharp. And I know jeans are the kind of item I can wear almost every day without overthinking. So I make a mental note that these should probably go on my buy list. While walking around the store, I also notice some graphic t-shirts and hoodies. And even though I don't want to fill my wardrobe with too many casual pieces, I still think having one or two updated designs could be useful. So I take a closer look. One t-shirt in particular has a simple design with a small print on the chest. Nothing too flashy. And I think that might work well under the bomber jacket I saw earlier, so I hold it up and imagine the combination. Yes, that could be a nice casual weekend outfit. At this point, I already feel like the day is going well because I've found some strong options. But I keep reminding myself that the goal is not just to buy a lot, but to choose wisely, to select items that I know I will actually wear and enjoy, not just things that look good in the store. And this thought process makes me appreciate the whole experience more, because it feels like I'm really investing in myself rather than just spending money. Now moving to another part of the shopping district, I step into a store that is known for its slightly more formal menswear, and I immediately notice the difference in atmosphere. The lighting is warmer, the mannequins are dressed in blazers, chinos, and leather shoes, and I feel like this is a good place to explore, because sometimes I do need outfits that are more polished, maybe for meetings or events. So I start looking around. My attention is drawn to a charcoal blazer that looks very elegant. I try it on over a plain white shirt and look at myself in the mirror, and I can't deny that it adds a whole new level of sophistication to my appearance. I'm not sure if I'll wear it often, but having at least one blazer like this in my collection could be really useful. I also check out some chinos in beige and navy, and as I try them on, I realize that they are actually more comfortable than I expected. Softer fabric and a better fit than the ones I currently own. So again, I consider whether I should add one pair to my list, because having a balance between jeans and chinos gives me flexibility in creating outfits for different occasions. And that's exactly what I'm aiming for. After leaving that store, I sit down for a short break. I grab a coffee at a nearby cafe and take a moment to reflect on what I've seen so far. It feels good to pause and think, because shopping can be overwhelming if you just keep rushing from one place to another. And as I sip my coffee, I list in my mind the top pieces that stood out today. The gray cotton shirt, the navy bomber jacket, the dark wash jeans, the graphic t-shirt, the charcoal blazer, and the beige chinos. Already this combination feels like the start of a much more versatile wardrobe, one that represents who I am now and gives me confidence in different situations. Refreshed after my coffee, I decide to check out one more store, just to see if I can find something unique. And this last store has a bit of everything, from casual wear to accessories. And as I walk through, I notice a section of shoes. I hadn't really planned to buy shoes today, but since I'm here, I decide to take a look. I find a pair of clean white sneakers with minimal design, and I know that these would match almost everything I've picked so far, especially the jeans and bomber jacket. So I try them on, and they feel comfortable right away. I walk around a bit in the store, and yes, they feel like they belong in my wardrobe. So I decide that maybe shoes should also be part of today's shopping journey. As I finish up, I feel satisfied with the choices I've explored. I feel like I've taken the time to understand what I really need. And more importantly, I feel like I've enjoyed the process of discovering new styles that align with who I am. Because clothes may seem simple on the surface, but they carry meaning. They influence how we see ourselves and how others perceive us. And today reminded me that investing in myself is always worth it, whether it's through clothes, experiences, or personal growth. So that's the story of today's shopping trip. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. I know this was a bit of a different video, but I really wanted to share this experience because it felt personal and important. And maybe it even inspired you to look at your own wardrobe and think about whether it truly represents the person you are right now. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really supports the channel and helps me keep creating content for you. And I would also love to hear your thoughts. Which outfit or item did you like best? Or do you have any style tips you think I should try? Let me know in the comments. I always enjoy reading what you have to say. And with that, I'm gonna wrap up here. Take care of yourselves, stay confident, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, my friends, and thank you again for watching.